Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fantasy Football, and welcome to my video. In today's video, I'm going to be going through how my teams line up for game week 10. I also wanted to talk to you guys about some of my transfer thoughts, and I think there's going to be some tough decisions to be made for game week 10. There is a lot of players out there that is on form, that has got a fantastic fixture that could get us a lot of points, and you know, most of the fixtures right now are changing. And is it time for us to kind of move on, to kind of switch players around and get basically a whole new team? Well, okay, not a whole new team, but a couple of new players to kind of have for the long term, or for the next couple of game weeks. So yeah, big decisions to make for a lot of people. I'm gonna try my best to help out, but I gotta look at my team. I gotta think about what I need to do. And to be honest with you guys, I think the best thing to do is to wait until the deadline, because you know, there's Champions League games. You know, a lot of things can happen throughout the week, and it's good to have some kind of idea. But anyways, let's quickly go through game week 9. For those who hasn't seen my previous video, I've got 79 points for game week 9. That's after the international break. This is fantastic. This is a massive boost as well, above the average of 55. And right now, I'm around 577,000. I was around 1 million before the international break. And like, what? After game week 4, I was 2.8 million. And these last game weeks, I just basically put my head down and just played my own game, really. Just made sensible decisions, and that kind of strategy has helped me. And obviously, if you take a risk and it pays off, then of course you can get to the rank that you want more quicker. So I went with a long route, and it's paid off. So I'm really happy on where I am right now. Should I keep going and keep making sensible decisions? However, there are some difficult decisions to make, but we'll go through that in a sec. So, gotta quickly go through. Martinez with 1, James with 8. He played, got those lovely 8 points. Robertson, I kept him because he's playing, and I need the playing player. Lamptey with -1, Barnes with 2, Souček with 3, Song with 10, Fernandez with 22, with my captain option there. Kane with 4, getting assists. Calvert-Lewin just performing amazingly well, and Werner with an assist there. And as you can see, my bench is my bench is getting weaker and weaker. Mitchell did he play? He did not play. So yeah, I actually don't have a third defender right now for, well, Mitchell. I don't think he's gonna play. Okay, I could hold my transfer as long as I can and then make that decision, but I got to remove some players here. I got to sort out my defense, so that's the kind of the high priority there. But anyways, right now I've got the points on board, 79 points, fantastic. If we move on, if we look at my team, it's actually not too bad. Now the captain option is going to definitely change. It's either going to be Jamie Vardy or Kevin De Bruyne, or it could be Sterling, because I do want to go for a massive differential as well. So that's the plan. That's my thoughts on my captain option for game week 10. And if we look at my team, James at home against Tottenham, I mean, it could be a 0-0 kind of game, but you never know. You know, these two teams could go all out. Robertson against Brighton, I think this is a good fixture, but Brighton is actually, good at attacking. So they could, like Liverpool could concede. There's a problem there. But because it's Robertson and his attacking returns, I think that he can get some returns here. And if I quickly look at my team, I like to look at my players and to see, okay, I look at them and I go, let's have a look at the next couple of game weeks. And as you can see, the Christmas period is coming along, and there's going to be a lot of fixtures, and I think James will be rotated with Azpilicueta. That is definitely going to happen. Not so much with Robertson. I think he's more nailed on defender for Liverpool. I can't see too many rotation throughout the December games. And the fixtures for Liverpool is actually really good. So keeping him is a good option. Mitchell, now there could be some rotation and they could allow Mitchell to play, but I can't guarantee that. That's the thing. I can't guarantee that, and that means that I do have a defensive problem. Next up is Size, a player that I have to remove. Illness and lost his place in that Wolves defense. Difficult fixtures for them anyway. And yeah, got to get rid. And I can definitely understand why people looks at my team and thinks, oh, you got to get rid of Sice and Barnes and Souček. I totally understand. I know I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But I just don't want to take a -4, -8, -16 or whatever just for the sake of it. I want to plan it in a way where, okay, I can use this money to kind of like get someone else. Like with this scenario, I want to take the -4 point here because I'm bringing in a player that is going to play, and I'm bringing in another player that is going to be my captain. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm not just like randomly just making any like -4 points here and there just for the sake of it. I'm trying to plan things out a little bit, and it's been working out so far for me. If we look at Barnes, yes, he's not playing that much. He's not playing up to that 90 minutes. And I'm not going to defend him. I'm not a player, not a manager that will look at the players that they have and then they will just defend. No, he's not the best option. And I can totally agree with that. If he doesn't play in the midweek, he's got a great chance to play against Fulham. I think that's a fantastic fixture for him. And Souček, I've got to play him. I've got to think of maybe going with a 4 defense kind of a formation, like 4-3-3. So that's the kind of the formation that I'm thinking to do. And if we look at Song, should we get rid of Song? The fixtures are difficult, but they are like derby games, Chelsea, Arsenal, Crystal Palace. I think Spurs could do really well. And I think Song is the one that could get the points because of that counter-attack kind of game style. And then we got Bruno Fernandes. I know Southampton and West Ham looks good on paper, but they could be difficult on the day. They're playing good. West Ham's playing good. So I'm not too sure about captaining Bruno Fernandes there. And we got Kane. If we look at Calvert-Lewin, decent fixtures for him still. I think he can always chip along. And he is the player that is doing it. And he's the player that is going to be continuing to do that. And as you can see, he only blanked once so far this season. Is he going to continue? Well, the team is not bad for Everton to kind of get the results that they need. And then we got Werner. I could remove him for Jamie Vardy just for this week and then bring back Werner if I wanted to. That is not a problem at all. So, spoke about my players. You can see that I do have a captain problem and a defensive issue. So let's go through the transfers. As you can see, I got 1 free transfer and I got 2.2 million in the bank. And that was from me removing Salah for Bruno Fernandes. And that worked out really well for me. Is that going to work out for Game Week 10? I don't know. We will have to see. And right now, I actually want to fix up my team. Fix up that defense because I do need a cover. Now, obviously, I'm going to wait until the deadline before I do this. So if there's a price drop or price rise, it's fine. I've got to wait. Now, what I'm thinking to do is to bring in players into my team that I want for long term. Or players that has got fantastic fixtures, that has the ability to score a lot of points for me. And right now, if I remove size, as you can see, I've got 7.3, so there's a lot of money. And I'm thinking to bring in Justin. I think Justin is a very good player. And he's an attacking defender. As you can see, 4.8, 22% owns, quite high. And the fixtures for him is actually really good. Fulham at home, Southampton, Sheffield United away, and Brighton at home. These fixtures are very good. Then later on, what I can do once Lamptey's back, I can like kind of do like a little bit of a rotation with him and Justin to kind of like look at the fixtures and to kind of help me out and get basically a good starting 11. I've got to look at my subs as well to kind of help me out here. And I think having like cheap defenders that has the potential to get a lot of points, that could be the way to go to kind of like using the subs. So with that, it's going to give me that little bit of that extra money to remove Song and to bring in Kevin De Bruyne. There we go. And Kevin De Bruyne is 11.6 right now. And 17% is going to go to 18. And these fixtures for Manchester City are incredible. Burnley at home, Fulham at home, Manchester United away. Okay, that's going to be a little bit difficult there. But then West Brom at home. And it just continues. It just continues to go through. It's just too good. It's just too good. And I need some kind of cover. And looking at Justin and Barnes, if I keep Barnes, I do have less to cover as well. I just don't have Jamie Vardy. And with this move, I also have Kevin De Bruyne. I do have Harry Kane. I've got Bruno Fernandes. And the other thing is I just don't have Salah. So that's not too bad. It's balanced. I think it's good. I think this transfer is very, very good. And as you can see, I got 0.2. So that means, you know, if there's a price drops, price rises, fine. I can wait a little bit more longer. So that's the kind of the main kind of transfers that I want to do. Or I could do something a little bit different by holding Song and Kane and then removing Bruno Fernandes and bringing Kevin De Bruyne in and removing Saiss. That could be a good option as well. Maybe I could remove Harry Kane. Or maybe even Werner and bring in Jamie Vardy and then captain him. That's another good option as well. Because I'm bringing Jamie Vardy in for the long term, not for the short term. That's what you kind of need to kind of look at. So looking ahead and looking at my team, I think I'm in a good position. I just need to make the right transfers at the right time. That is it. So we'll see what happens. It's still a long way to go until the deadline. This is how my team is looking like. Got to make those transfers that I mentioned. Got to try and get in the captain option here. And we'll see how it goes. Anyways, guys, I will be making another video on a Thursday or Friday. So please watch out for that. Follow me on Twitter if you want any kind of updates. And please, like anytime you guys like the video, you know, when it gets up to that 200 likes, it helps my channel a lot. So please help me out. And subscribe if you are new. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.